Welcome to Good Neighbor Training. This presentation is the final of 6 that you will be required to listen to and understand prior to moving into housing with supportive services through Charlotte Family Housing. At the end of this presentation, you will take a quiz to demonstrate your understanding of the material presented here. In this module, we will talk about housekeeping. It is important to remember that it is your responsibility to keep your home clean. It is a requirement of the lease. Why would your landlord care whether or not you keep a clean home? Because a dirty home can invite bug or rodent infestations, mold, or other situations that could cause damage or maintenance expenses. For some, house cleaning comes naturally and may even be something you enjoy doing. For others, it is a drudge of a chore, and some may never have learned to clean. This presentation will make sure that you know exactly what is expected of you as a leaseholder, and will give you some tips and ideas for how to keep up with house cleaning. Keep in mind, you are not the only one responsible for the job. Children should be expected to do their part and take more responsibility as they grow. Kids as young as 2 or 3 can help around the house. When you clean, what you are really cleaning is the air in your home. The dust from the air that fell onto tables or the floor, mold and mildew from the shower that gets into the air, dirt from outside that comes in on shoes and settles in rugs, carpets, or on floors. Dust and pollen from outside, as well as mold and moisture inside, can cause irritating allergy symptoms. Dusting and vacuuming regularly, along with other good cleaning habits, will help reduce those allergens inside your home and keep you and your family healthy. Some jobs need to be done daily, some every few days, some weekly, and some less often than not. Some, like cleaning up after meals, putting food away, washing dishes, and wiping down the counters, need to be done multiple times a day. This list gives you an idea of the jobs that need to be done daily or more, every few days, weekly, or monthly. You will also receive a copy of this list when you move into your new home, along with the housekeeping inspection checklist used by CFH. Your Housing Resource Coordinator will conduct occasional housekeeping inspections, and you may find that your landlord will as well. Keep in mind, these are not intended as gotcha inspections, but are designed to catch any housekeeping deficiencies that might cause you to be evicted or cause you to lose your security deposit when you move out. Now, let's take a room-by-room look at some strategies to keep your home clean. There are 2 elements to housekeeping: cleaning and cleaning up, or tidying, as my mom would call it. The first step, and something you probably feel you do constantly, is to clean up the clutter so that you can get to the surfaces that need to be cleaned. The general rule is to clean up from the bottom up and to clean from the top down. Start by putting away all the clutter in the room. Begin with the floors, then move on to the chairs, then tabletops. You may find it easiest to put the things that don't belong in the room you are cleaning into a laundry basket and then deliver them to the rooms where they belong once you're finished cleaning. Once you have cleared the clutter, begin to clean. Dust top surfaces first, ceiling fan blades, tops of pictures, then tabletops. Take the couch and chair cushions off, fluff them, they get dusty too, and put them back. If you eat on your couch, you may need to vacuum the crumbs out of the edges. Remember to check for evidence of bed bugs while you are doing this. Finally, vacuum carpets or sweep and mop the floor. All of the dust that has shaken off the fan blades, tables, etc. have fallen right onto the floor. They say that the kitchen is the heart of the home, and you may find that the biggest and most constant messes occur there. You probably find that you clean up your kitchen many times each day, but about once a week the kitchen needs to be thoroughly cleaned. After every meal, food should be put away, dishes washed, and counters wiped off. Did you know that a roach can live for a year off of a single drop of grease? Putting your food away and wiping crumbs and drips away will keep pests out of your home. Not doing it will invite them in. It is tempting to leave dirty dishes soaking in the sink for the day while you go to work. But again, roaches love food and water and will be attracted to the foody water in the sink. Wash all food waste away. You can save time by letting clean dishes air dry on a rack while you are at work and then putting them away when you get home. Floors should be swept or vacuumed regularly to get up any crumbs that have fallen. Again, this will keep the bugs away. When you do a heavy cleaning of the kitchen, let the cleaning products help you. Soak dishes while working on other jobs. Let oven cleaner sit and soften baked on dirt in the oven. It is tempted to use scrubbing products like Comet, but these abrasives can damage counters and pans by scratching them. Appliances should be cleaned inside and out, and on top and underneath as well. Grease in the drip pans of an electric stove is a fire hazard. Please clean drip pans frequently, and immediately if there is a spill. Many people have been taught to wrap drip pans in tinfoil to keep them clean. Please do not do this. Grease can catch in the wrinkles, and it is a big fire hazard. You're better off frequently wiping the drip pans out. And while we're on the topic of grease, do not pour grease down the drain. The grease will harden in the pipes and cause major plumbing damage. Believe it or not, it's actually illegal to put grease down the drain. You will be charged for the plumbing repair if your pipes get clogged with grease. So what do you do with it? First, let the grease cool to room temperature. One way is to keep an old can from soup or canned vegetables in the freezer. Pour the cooled grease into the can and store it in the freezer. When you take out the trash, put the can into the bag and take it to the dumpster. Another way is to cool the grease until it's pretty solid. Then scrape it into a plastic grocery bag. Tie off the top and put it in the trash. Remember to take the trash out pretty quickly, as the grease in the trash will attract bugs. The bathroom is another room that needs constant attention, daily maintenance, and then a more thorough weekly cleaning. Mold is the thing you are battling in the bathroom. Make sure that the air has a chance to get dry after a shower. Open the window and/or turn on the exhaust fan. Keep the bathroom door open after you leave the room to let it air out. Make sure to hang up towels and washcloths so that they can dry. Wet towels piled against the wall can cause mold to begin to grow up the wall. Yuck. Bathrooms tend to get messy. We use lots of jars, bottles, creams, hairstyling tools, makeup, toothbrushes, toothpaste, hair clips. You get the idea. When all those things stay on the countertops, it makes it hard to clean the germs and dirt off the counter. Maximize the drawer space by using smaller bins for little things like hairbands and makeup, and use stacking racks. Even a strong box cut open will work. You don't necessarily need to go spend money, so that you can have multiple layers of storage under the sink. Again, wipe the counters daily or more to get rid of excess water that might attract bugs. Showers, toilets, and floors should be cleaned weekly. As in the kitchen, use softer cleaning products like scrubbing bubbles instead of abrasive ones. Often, the tubs or sinks in apartments have been resurfaced, and scouring pads, brushes, or products like Comet will scrape that surface right off. Cleaning a bedroom is a lot like cleaning the living room. Start with the stuff on the floor and tidy from the floor up. Bedrooms tend to collect all of the stuff that doesn't belong anywhere else. A good rule to live by is that everything in the house must have a home. And unless it's a lamp or a picture frame, home doesn't mean sitting on top of the dresser. If you have something you can't find a home for, ask yourself if you really need it. Bins and baskets are a good way to corral and store toys. If you don't have enough dresser space, store clothing in clear plastic bins. Clear is best because that way you can see what is inside. You can see an example of this in the photo on the left, the messy photo. Look at the bins under the beds. Make use of closet space for clothing as much as you can. It's better to use the closet for clothes and bins, tubs, or baskets for toys. Hanging clothes on hangers saves a ton of space. You can double the amount of storage space in the closet by hanging a rod at waist level. Ask your landlord if they would be willing to do it for you. This is an especially great solution for kids, because now the rod is at their level, and kids can more easily hang clothes and put them away than they can fold them and put them in a drawer. Every season, take a look at your kids' clothes and your own. Store off-season clothes at the back of the closet. Make sure that the clothes you are wearing most are at the front. Give away clothes that are too small or you know you won't wear anymore. Often, kids' rooms double as playrooms. Make sure to supervise young children when they are in their rooms to make sure they don't mark on walls or carpets or cause damage while you're not watching. Discourage food and drinks in the bedroom to avoid stains and bugs. This slide shows an example of some of the things we have talked about in previous slides. In the slide on the right, you can see how the person has made the most of the height of the shelves by using a rack to double stack small medicine bottles. Towels are neatly folded and stacked so that you can see what's in there and reach it without causing an avalanche. Again, make sure that you have enough sheets and blankets and towels, but not more than you need. Overpacked closets in any room of the house can trap moisture, causing mold. They're also a good place for bedbugs to hide. Eliminating clutter and cleaning your home on a regular basis will help prevent bedbugs. Cleaning frequently will give you the chance to inspect for bedbugs and get rid of them quickly if you find them. This slide gives you a list of some of the products that you will need to keep your home clean. The bucket can do double duty, both to hold mop water and to keep all your supplies together in one place. The products listed are examples of products to use. You may have your favorites. White vinegar is a great cleaning product. It is inexpensive, about $2 a gallon. When you use it, it makes about 1/3 vinegar with 2/3 water, cups or gallons depending on the size of the job. It cleans floors, windows, mirrors, and countertops. Just make sure to test a small area first. Also, please remember that there is a difference between the detergent that goes in the dishwasher and the detergent that you hand wash dishes with. If you put hand washing liquid in the dishwasher, you will have a big mess because the machine needs detergent that does not suds up. Keeping your home clean is much easier than trying to catch up and get it clean once the mess has gotten away from you. Use the daily and weekly checklists to help stay on top of it. Break bigger jobs down into smaller pieces. For example, clean the shower before work and the toilet after work. Keep on top of clutter. There is a cost to being disorganized, a time cost in looking for lost things, and a money cost in replacing things you can't find. So how do you find the time to keep your home clean and organized? You will need to set aside blocks of time to do the bigger jobs. If housekeeping is something you enjoy, this won't be a problem. If it's something you dread, you can use a few tricks to make it more pleasant. Play music while you work. Have a contest with the kids. For example, can they put away all the laundry before you finish the dishes or another job? Reward yourself at the end. Make a plan to clean your house before you go do something fun. Give yourself a manicure once the job is done. Take a hot bath in your clean bathtub. Clean as you go where you can. Wash pots, pans, and prep tools as soon as you finish with them. Wipe down the shower when you're done. The walls are already wet anyway. Tidy the living room during commercial breaks in the show you're watching. You can also make use of really small blocks of time, like while you're waiting for your ride to come, for the school bus to arrive, or while the kids are getting ready for bed. Here are some ideas for chores that you can do in about 30 seconds. Again, if you tackle things a little bit at a time and keep your home clean, it is much easier than trying to tackle a huge mess. Things like emptying the trash, dusting the tables, sweeping the entryway, shaking out floor mats, throwing away junk mail, dusting the blinds, taking the laundry basket and walking around the house, putting anything in it that isn't in the right room. At a separate time, delivering the items into the right rooms. This is a really fun job for a child to do. Testing the smoke detector batteries, wiping down the air vents, wiping down an appliance, wiping down the kitchen counter. I'm sure you can think of more as well. House cleaning is not something that comes naturally to most people. Generally, we learn to clean from the adults we have lived with. Only you know whether you were taught how to clean as a child. If you grew up in a clean environment, many of the suggestions we have made here are familiar to you. But if you didn't, or if house cleaning is a chore you hate, you may find that you still want more information, hints, and tips on how to stay on top of it. If we were as thorough as we wanted to be to make sure that everyone knows how to clean every room, this presentation would last all day. Showing someone how to do something like cleaning a bathroom or cleaning an oven is much more effective than telling them. So if you feel that you want more information on cleaning any part of your home, we suggest that you do a quick internet search. You'll be amazed by how much help is out there. We've listed a couple of websites you can use, as well as a few search topics for YouTube videos. As always, if you have questions about housekeeping or home maintenance, feel free to reach out to your CFH Housing Resource Coordinator. Children and teens can and should help around the house. They live there too. And let's face it, they probably create the lion's share of the mess around the house. You are not their servant. Hold them accountable for taking care of their own spaces and helping out around the whole house. Children as young as 2 can help in small ways, and at that age, they generally want to help. They will need to be supervised, so it won't take any work off your plate, yet. Chore charts are a good way to remind kids of their jobs. There are great examples on the internet that you can use. Younger children have short attention spans, so give them small tasks with a definite beginning and end, and give them clear directions. Go clean your room will feel overwhelming to a child, so tell them exactly what you want. For example, put all the dirty clothes in the laundry basket and put your toys in the toy basket. As we mentioned before, even young children can help with housekeeping and will develop the skills to keep their own homes clean as adults. You will need to supervise them closely or make them your assistants when they're really young. Give short, specific directions on what you want them to do and set a beginning and an end to the tasks. As children get older, they can take on more responsibility. By the time kids are in middle school and high school, they should be able to take care of most of their own belongings and should be providing a significant amount of help to you around the home. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. We hope that you have found this information to be valuable.